There are those days when you feel like you want to listen to something more loungy, more relaxing. Maybe you're working, you just need music in the background, but you don't want anything too fatiguing, distracting. You want something for longer listening sessions. Now the question is, what are some of those great options out there? In today's video, I'll show you 10 of them. Hey friends, Timmy, welcome back to another video on Thieaudio, and today we're talking about relaxing, warm, bassy, neutral IEMs that doesn't really have too much treble, so you're not gonna get any fatiguing feelings out of any of these IEMs at all. Also, one other important factor is comfort. These IEMs must be comfortable to wear or else they're immediately disqualified. With all that being said, let's finally jump into the first one, and this list we're gonna go in order of price, so the cheapest all the way to the most expensive. And the first option is the new kid on the block, the Truthears Hola. The Hola is very relaxing. It's tuned in a similar fashion to the Moondrop Aria and the Moondrop Starfield, but much more tamed. I would say immediately when you listen to the Hola, you feel the warmth coming in from the bass and the treble being kind of rolled off and tamed, and not only the treble but the upper mid-range area as well. So vocals don't come across as extended or as lively, which in this case is a good thing. Not to mention, for $19 it does come with good accessories and good cable as well. Choice number 2, we have the Tangzu Wan'er, another budget choice. Now, arguably this one doesn't come with the best accessories when compared to the Hola, but it does offer a sound signature that is similar to the Hola, just with a little bit of a twist in the vocals. For me, I enjoyed the Wan'er more than the Hola because I do love my vocals, and the Wan'er, the way it positions the vocals just fits my taste more, but you can go with either one of those. And for only $20, they actually compete really well with some of the more expensive sets in the $100 bracket nowadays. So yes, those two, great choice. Choice number 3 now, we have Kinera Pandamon. Now this is warm and relaxing to the core. This type of signature is really not gonna be for everyone. It's definitely for someone who prefer a warmer sound, which is to say is very colored. So vocals are not gonna come across as natural. They're gonna come across quite warm and bassy. If you know you want a more neutral timbre, a more realistic timbre, then I still would urge you to buy the first two, the Hola and the Wan'er. If you haven't tried a warm signature before, the Pandamon might be a good option for you to find a demo unit out there, or if you have enough money, you can blind buy it, sell it off later. It's still not super expensive, around $50, so yes. Third option, Kinera Pandamon. On to option number 4 now, we have the Thieaudio Legacy 2. Now the Legacy 2 is an inoffensive IEM through and through, from bass all the way to treble. The bass area is more focused on the sub bass, and the treble area is tamer, more relaxing. Everything about this IEM screams inoffensive. All in all, a relaxing listen, but don't expect any form of, details in any way. It's just that, a relaxing listen IEM. Next option, we have the TinHifi P1 Max, arguably the most relaxing of all the planars that has ever been released on the market today. Now, it's relaxing for 2 reasons. Number 1, it does have quite a bit of bass, and number 2, it has a very relaxing gain area. So vocals are not as forward, they're not gonna be shouty in any way, they're not gonna be in your face in any way. But just like the Legacy 2, don't expect a lot of imaging abilities, layering abilities, or details, because it is, again, more of a neutral, relaxing IEM, and it leans into that signature pretty heavily. I would say it's better than the Legacy 2 overall in all the technical aspects, but still, don't expect too much out of this one. This next IEM is gonna make one of my Discord mod extremely happy to finally see it on the channel. This next one is Thieaudio's Elixir. Yes, there you go, Sappy. Are you happy? It's in a video now. It's tuned in a similar fashion to the Moondrop Kato, but it does have more bass. The vocals are a little bit more in-the-centered, and at the same time, the upper mid-range and the lower treble area is tamer. So the overall timbre of the Elixir comes across less energetic and more laid back than the Kato. So if you're familiar with how the Kato sounds, just imagine it being a little bit more bassy and just more relaxing overall in the upper ranges. Moving up the price bracket now, we have the Sony IER M7. Now this is gonna be similar to the Pandamon in a way where it leans into that warm signature very heavily, almost to the point of just being too boring in a way, and that's what a lot of people actually describe the M7 is warm, is relaxing, is so laid back to the point where it doesn't really offer any special feeling, but it would never distract you in any way, and the timbral qualities of the signature is actually quite nice. It's just that it's so warm that it doesn't offer anything exciting. Now this next IEM is one of my most personal favorite relaxing sounding IEM, and it's an IEM that I go to sleep with pretty often, and that is the Softears Twilight. Yes, this one right here is tuned in a similar fashion to the M7 and also the Pandamon, but the difference with the Twilight is it does have some energy in the upper mid-range. It's tamer in the treble area, which gives it that relaxing quality again, but the upper mid-range really give vocal some needed life. So it's not a boring, warm signature. It has some excitement, it has some engagement in them, so that's why I love the Twilight so much. Now it is quite expensive, coming in at $930, so if you ask me if it's worth the price or not, of course I'll say no, it's not worth the price. No IEM is worth over $500–600 really. At this price, it's more like this is the sound signature you want exactly, and you can afford it, so you buy it. Moving up a few more dollars, we have another Thieaudio IEM, and that is the Monarch Mark II. Now this is not really a warm signature per se, but a more neutral and balanced signature with a very nice and tamed treble area. Now the treble here, though tame, does highlight enough micro nuances to give you a good sense of details as well, which you would expect if it costs $1,000. You do want some kind of details at this point. Not only that, it has a very clean lower mid-range. The bass is nice, not the most punchiest bass, so not really a bass head type of IEM, but the bass is very clean, so vocals come across extremely correct. The upper mid-range is very nice as well. Just an all-around great IEM, and till this day a kilobuck benchmark. Any IEM that wants to price above $1,000 needs to beat the Monarch Mark II. And last but not least, we have what I would like to call the fuck it price. It's just so damn expensive that if you want to buy it, you want to buy it. It's never gonna be worth the money in any stretch of the imagination. This IEM is for the people who maybe woke up this morning, wiped their nose with $100 bill, got breakfast, which of course was prepared for them by a world-class chef, and they're now watching this video while being spoon-fed said breakfast, while at the same time getting their shoulders massaged on a private jet. That's right. This IEM is called the Oriolus Trailli, coming in at a whopping $6,000. The Trailli I don't own myself, but I've tried recently, and it is one of the most relaxing sounding IEM that has decent level of details to boot. It sounds really good. Like, I want to own one myself if it didn't cost my entire body. But yes, very good sounding IEM, relaxing, good sense of details. The timbres are correct, the vocals are clean, the bass is nice and punchy. Great option if you can afford it. And with that all being said, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you have some of your own options you want to share with the community, leave that down in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me thank my Patreon supporters now. For the $9 tier, we have Bard, Chadwick, Geeky Audio, Go to 10K, Norm, Robert, Sunirol, and for the $18 people, Dr. P, Kirk, and Mr. Mason. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you guys want to support the channel yourself, link to Patreon's down below. Many great perks there. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.